coach, this coach knows what she's doing, and that's where we should just keep it at, is that she knows what she's doing, at this point. I think they said she turned down the Florida job last year. It was for the Florida women's basketball team. So I think she just really got her mind on that. She wants to coach men. I think she is set for like I'm a good fit for the men. We don't need to just say, oh, because you're a woman, you need to, coach. Nah. She just needs to do her thing, represent, and stick to who she is as a person, which I'm sure she already knows all that stuff. Clutch Talk Sports said she led the Summer League Spurs team to a championship. She can flat out coach, and she has instant credibility. So that I forgot about that. I appreciate you mentioning that, Clutch. She did coach the Summer League for the Spurs. So that's another notch that she has under her belt, just like he said. And you can go into a kid's parents' home and say, look, I got NBA coaching experience and I'm running the show during the Summer League. Yeah. Sluggo saying my attention is divided. Are we talking Don Staley? No, we're not talking Don Staley. If you were talking to me, Sluggo, and Tiffany Sports and Hill just said, Sluggo, no, Becky Hammond. Yeah, we're talking about Becky Hammond, Sluggo. Becky Hammond is a top candidate for the Colorado State men's basketball team. So, who was the other person? Dawn Staley. Dawn Staley coaches the women in college, and she has done a tremendous job. She has won a national championship herself in college. So this is what every coach is trying to do. They're trying to win the national championship. So Becky's just trying to do it with men. Dawn did it with ladies. So it's an awesome thing, for just a coach to win. It's so hard to win a championship. So, good luck. That's all I'm going to say, on that. And then I'm going to move on from Miss Hammond and her coaching candidacy. So we're going to stay a little bit in the college basketball, but we're going to kind of roll it over into the NBA a little bit. And Steve Kerr was in the news, and he was talking about players who go undrafted. And the question was that I'm asking to y'all tonight is, should undrafted college players be able to return to school? You got a kid. They're only talking about, where you might go. These are not the ones like your Lonzo Balls, not your, Markelle Fultz, where you're going to go top 5, top 10. You're not going to drop below top 15. These are the kids that maybe at the end of the first round and then possibly mid-second round, because there's only 2 rounds, in the NBA. So the question is, should undrafted college players be able to return to school? Absolutely. I still didn't understand that from the get-go of you hire an agent and then you declare yourself for the draft. I didn't understand how that made you a professional. I thought a team hiring you made you a professional. Hiring you, aka drafting you. So I am totally on board with this. I think you should be able to still get an agent because no one knows where you're going to get drafted. This is not something that's predetermined before the draft come out. Everything is speculation. Anything could change. Someone could move up in the draft. Someone could, miss on you or anything. It could be anything. But if you are not drafted by an NBA team, I think you should be able to go back to college. Now, here. Well, I'll get to what the problem may be at this point if you go back to college. But I think you should be able to go back to college. You should be able to be eligible for however many years you got left. So if you're a one and done person and you didn't get drafted, you can go back, try year 2, then maybe go back to the draft because you haven't did anything. You might have competed in a combine, but to me, that doesn't make you a professional. You only need one team to garner some type of interest or to even just bring your name up. Right now, if an NBA team said, you know what, we need a guard, and right now we are looking at leveon, maybe someone that we could use, for our basketball team. Now, leveon can't play worth squat. So realistically, yes, leveon is not getting drafted. But if a team brought that up, leveon can go get himself an agent. I said leveon could go get himself an agent. leveon could declare himself and fill out the paperwork to make himself eligible for the draft. And then leveon could go to the draft. He may not get invited to the green room, but he could buy a ticket and sit in the stands and go to the draft. But leveon may sit there the entire night of the first round and not get drafted. But then also leveon may go the entire second round and not go drafted. And then after that, leveon will be disappointed, his heart will be broken, and he will be leaving the arena on his way to the Waffle House to wash out his tears of not getting drafted. Exactly. So, at this point, what can leveon do? He's not in college. He's not in school or anything like that. But he can go back to doing what he was doing this show. Yeah. So I think it's the same thing if you ask me. He should be able to go back. The college player should be able to go back and get, play another year, play another 2 years, however long that person, see fit. Now, here's the problem. There's only one problem with that, is that the draft is in June, July, somewhere around there. And you already got kids that you're getting committing, to come to school. They may be coming to school early. There may not be any scholarships left. I don't know if maybe they can work some out where you get to hold on to that scholarship, or if they come back, if they're undrafted, they come back, then each school get one scholarship that they could roll with to have that player come back. I don't know if that's possible, but I'm just saying that is going to be the issue as far as once when you have a kid declare for the NBA draft and then they don't get drafted, and then if they want to come back and go to school, is that usually that scholarship has probably been passed on to someone else, and then obviously that person is not giving up the scholarship. But I still think somehow, some way, if they can work it out, if you don't get drafted, to me, you were never a professional. When you look up a person's name under Wikipedia, it's not going to say professional basketball player or former professional basketball player. It's going to say you played in college. And that's it. No one is ever going to consider you a professional. Anybody can hire an agent. I can hire an agent. That doesn't make me a professional. So let the kids come back. Let them come back. Let them, try and figure it out and how the scholarship works and go from there. I'm reading the chat room here, and Jay Fish the Microwave said leveon basically said he bust me up in the promo video, Jelani. And let me tell you something. And what they're talking about is that Jay Fish is talking about in the Wait a Minute Show promo video. You can go to YouTube, or you can go to Facebook and see the promo video as well. But what he's talking about, leveon was out there playing basketball with me, and I slipped on the court because it was wet. So I lost my footing when I was going for the layup. So I didn't get as high as I wanted to. So leveon, with his 3.5-inch vertical, he blocked my shot. And I mean, it was luck. And then he over there celebrating like he did something. So if you see in the video, you see me turn around and I'm looking at Lopan like, what are you celebrating for, bro? I slipped and I fell, but Lopan gonna try and sell that like he cleaned my stuff or cleaned it off the backboard. It didn't even get to the net, because I slipped. So Jay Fish in here trying to start up some stuff, with me and trying to make me look bad. Lopan ain't got jack on me when it comes to sports in general. I'm nice with it with anything. It's always me and then Lopan in second place. So Fish, chill out. Chill out with that. Stop trying to make me look bad here in front of the listeners, and the people that's in the chat room, But we're going to move on and get from the people that's not drafted, go back to school because they're not considering at this point. So once when they consider it, but it was a good topic to discuss, just in case if they do that, hey, you can get it done. And Vince Wright in the chat room said, fire Lopan. I thought about it a couple times, Vince. I really did. I really thought about, getting that guy, up out of here. But there's only one thing. There's only one thing wrong, Vince. And then that is Lopan works for free. Indeed. So how can you fire someone that you don't pay? So he got me on that, but you know what? I will say this. Anytime I need an Uber ride, Lopan got me. He always covered me on that, and I don't ever have to pay for that. Tiffany Sports and Hill said, is Lopan like the little pop-up dummy Prince had in Purple Rain? No. Lopan is just a clown. That's what he is. He just he walks in the room and you hear a clown. That's what he is, Tiffany Sports and Hill. So let's stay with the NBA. And we're going to, tonight's show was labeled, do the Rockets scare the Warriors? So that's what we're going to get into right now and talk about these Houston Rockets. They're on fire right now. They've won 16 in a row. They took out OKC just recently, and they're still record-wise the best team in the NBA. They're only up a half a game, to the Warriors. But it is what it is. They are the best team. And they have beat the Warriors during this regular season as well. So they're not any slouches going on in Houston. And I think I said this Saturday, that if the Rockets and the Warriors, which is pretty much look like it's going to happen, at this point, I got to check the standings because I don't see anyone catching either one of them. I know Tiffany PMP, your Portland Trailblazers, are in third place right now. Yeah, no one's going to catch them because Portland is 39-26, and Golden State and Houston both got 50 wins. So this is a two-team race, at this point. So they should meet in the Western Conference Final. And I have already been on record saying that if it goes 7 games and it's a game 7, Houston will win that game over the Golden State Warriors. I know that's not, popular, and I'm not saying that it's going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination because the Golden State Warriors are real deal, and they are nothing to play around with. But here's the thing, with the Houston Rockets. This is why I asked the question of, do the Rockets scare the Warriors? You got to look at what the Warriors have done over the past 3 years. They've gotten better on pretty much with everything. They've gotten better record-wise. They were I think a 6 seed or 7 seed 2 years ago. Last year they were a 3 seed. Right now, if the season ends right now, we're almost at the end of the regular season. They're a 1, and at worst they're going to be a 2. So record-wise and standing-wise, they've improved every year. But you also got to look at their roster. They have improved on their roster. You got James Harden, some help with Chris Paul. So that helps out. You got Trevor Ariza for defense. You got Eric Gordon as your sixth man. You got these role players, if you will,